Everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're here to talk Money in the Bank 2025 predictions. Steven and Hayden joining me. Steven, what was your favorite R-Truth moment?
Every one of them. He was half the reason I'd watch weekly television. And I'm not kidding. I just was waiting for R-Truth to come. Like what was he going to do each week? And I didn't need a lot of them, but it just made him more palatable between some of the nonsense and the dumb matches. Like, it is just so stupid. Like, TKO is single-handedly killing my interest in WWE right now. And I think this feels like almost testing the water. Like, I know The Miz, unfollowed and everything WWE related took it all off. But his contract's up. Like, are they going to get rid of him? Because that would be insanely dumb. Because I think characters like The Miz are hugely important for WWE. And I agree.
You need characters that can carry your weekly TV.
Yes.
And give you a change of pace on weekly TV and have that little bit backstage that can make people laugh for a second. The last thing R-Truth ever did on WWE was think that JC Mateo was Solo Sikoa's son. And it's funny. I heard an idea floating out there, Steven. Tell me what you think of this. Where R-Truth signs with AEW.
I've heard the same one. I'm a fan.
And then still thinks he's in WWE as a character.
And like looking for Triple H.
Well, because there's so many other fucking WWE talent in AEW right now, right? Especially in his run, right? His peak years.
How do you not then immediately sign him as like a brand ambassador sort of thing? Yeah. And that's where the Miz needs to be too. This is like, I want to say this is not Triple H's fault, but I think he shares some blame here.
There's no way that a decision like this goes through without his signing off.
I don't know.
There's leaks that he made the call directly.
I hate everything that we are going. Just everything is about the money right now, and WWE is the latest to just remove all facade of that. I mean, I understand that is true in everything in America, and most of the Western world.
Yeah,
but they've just stopped pretending, and so I saw someone say it on Reddit, and I'm like, we as fans should just budget cut WWE then, since that. Brother. You look at the ticket prices of these things too, and it's not cheap. So they want budget cuts, but they still want to charge us, hundreds of dollars for a ticket. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm totally with you. The best thing I heard about the idea, though, that I brought up earlier was having a bit where he goes into Tony Khan's office and thinks it's Nick Khan. So he keeps saying like, "Hey, Nick, how's it going?" And he would just be so good. Or to go to TNA and having him and Santino Marella playing off of each other. Like,
I don't know if Santino was in there. But
yeah, he's like
Carlito got cut today, by the way. I don't know if you saw that.
I know, I saw that too, and that's also really sad. I was a Carlito fan back when Carlito was definitely cool his first time.
And, and I enjoyed his little like running gag with Raquel Rodriguez and inside of Judgment Day. And so that's 2 Judgment Day members cut. Who's next? Finn?
Yeah.
I know R-Truth wasn't technically, but
yeah.
Are they going to cut Nick Mysterio next?
Right.
Well, he probably already did. They've cut him a long time ago.
And what will happen to little Jimmy? These are the questions that need answers. So anyway, we're here to do predictions. And so you kind of alluded to it. My first prediction I'm looking for from both of you, Hayden, to you first here, is how many ads will be on the ring mat during Money in the Bank?
Are we going to start getting them in the middle?
I'm trying to visualize the ring right now.
Prices Right rules apply here. In the middle. Closest without going over. So
I'm going to say 6.
See, I know where they're headed.
Dead center, 4 corners, and then something on the turnstile. So I'm going to go 6.
But do we count the turnstile?
Yeah, sorry.
The turnbuckle, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, of course. Anything
oh, gosh.
as part of the ring
6.
counts.
6.
Well, I think you're way low then. Because I think we're getting to the world where each turnbuckle Like the top, middle, and bottom have a separate ad.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And that's on the inside of the turnbuckle. Like I'm talking about literally on the like cushion.
Yeah. Me too. That's what I'm
picturing. 4 corners and the middle. And then I think we're getting into the world where there's going to be ones in between the corners on the edges. So right there, that is basically 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. I do think the turnbuckles will probably be the same ad on each corner. So
I think so too.
I think the upper limit is close to, I mean, what's the math on that? 12 plus 12 or 24. That's where we're heading. I'm not kidding. Quote me, like literally bookmark this and come back to
it. You're not saying 24 different companies. You're saying 24 ad placements.
Yeah, there are 24 ad placements. Okay. Not this time. Okay. But this is where we're going.
That's the ceiling.
Like how many this time, Steve?
I'm gonna go a little higher than. Well, okay. So usually there's been 5. So I'm gonna jump to 9 because I do think we get either the 4 edges or the one of the turnbuckle like things. It's either going to be 5 or 9. So because you're not going to get 6. I don't care about winning, so I'm going to go 9 because I'm a nihilist, Hayden, as we were talking about here when it comes to this.
I'm going 10, and I think that's low.
Wow.
And here's why. So the event is super appropriately sponsored by Cash App. And
that is pretty good, actually.
I think with what used to be the ring apron, which is now like digitized to be like LED boards.
Oh my God!
You're counting those?
Yeah, I said anything that's part of the ring.
Oh, then the number is way above 24. Sorry, because you're gonna have the actual metal poles also have ads on them.
I'm saying,
and we're gonna have the hockey style ads around the digitized.
Oh, Steven, wait till they get the technology to do that. To like, because now TV stations can green screen the entire hocky boards and change what's on there as things go. Like,
you know what we should do as WWE fans, and this is I'm gonna look right in the camera right now, and I'm gonna cut a promo.
Hell yeah!
We as fans should be done with this nonsense, and we should stop and literally boycott every single company that puts their logo, their advertisement. If it's there, stop using it. There are so many options for 90% of the stuff out there that it shouldn't be that hard.
Hey, and I just want to point out that Call of Duty's had placed ad sponsorships on pay-per-views. So that would be a sacrifice for you.
That's not surprising. It's not a sacrifice I think I can make either, to be honest, Steven.
That's fine.
Let's start with Real American Beer and Prime.
Being perfect doesn't matter. It's just it's work your way. Yeah. Right. Like we don't need to do Prime, Real American Beer. There's so many other better for you. Well, at least when it comes to Prime, drinks or water.
Dude Ripe's overpriced.
There's also. 7 billion. Yeah. And those are overpriced because they're for dudes. Yeah. Get yourself a bidet and be done.
They're Alpha
is a game to wipe your ass.
Yeah, it's Alpha ass wipes. I don't know. Anyway, there's going to be a lot. Let us know in comments how many ads you think are going to be just anywhere around the ring. Not so the Prime card doesn't count, but if it's like part of the ring structure.
Okay.
How many?
I'm surprised they haven't gotten them on the stairs.
Oh, it's coming, Steven. Don't give them ideas. Like
there's going to be an ad on steel chairs someday.
And then there's going to be so many more steel steps like removals and hitting.
Wait,
you're right. That's going to be baked into the contracts
because they've already. It got confirmed that they're putting the Snickers logo on the tables. Does that count? If they come from underneath the ring?
Oh my gosh!
If they get into the ring and use, then yes.
Oh yeah,
you're right, Tyler. Because now we're not even getting away. It's going to be corporate wrestling because they're going to have you have to have 3 chair spots a night.
Each chair so that's going to have fucking logos on it. Oh my god, it's. Yeah.
Oh, can we like predict? Because
all right, let's go to the matches. A little depressing. Okay, let's start with the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. We have Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. And so there's stipulations here that don't really like affect the match.
Okay.
So if Becky Lynch wins, Lyra Valkyria has to raise her hand in victory, because when they were in NXT and Lyra beat Becky raised Lyra's hand. So it's that. I don't know. And then if Lyra wins, then Becky can never challenge for the women's Intercontinental belt again as long as Lyra holds it.
Damn.
So I'll go first here. Becky Lynch is winning this, and we're going to set up what I believe is going to be a triple threat somewhere, probably at SummerSlam.
Okay.
But Becky wins here. Because with that stipulation now, you're not going to be able to have Becky Lynch in the ring with her again if she loses. So
right.
Yeah. That's what I've got. Hayden, you go next. Who do you have?
I'm going Becky with you too.
Yep.
I think Becky is. I think that's one of the ones that's a guarantee. But then again, I don't know. Like this rivalry, there's been a couple upsets both ways. So there's always potential to be surprised. But I do expect Becky to take it here. Tyler, who do you think is the third in that hypothesized triple threat match? Hypothetical.
I like Bailey. Because we still haven't resolved the whole Becky made it so Bailey can't be in WrestleMania thing.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
And Trips loves his long game storytelling.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know, Steven, what do you got?
Yeah, I don't want to get, it's super easy to go overthink these things and say, Lyra's going to win, and then Becky's going to cost her the title, which sets up a match later where Becky gets the title and now Lyra's fighting for it. But I think Becky wins because this feels like it's going to be one of them trifecta type matches. And so I think this helps push Lyra too. So I'm going to go with Becky because I think a good long feud with a established wrestler is a good idea. And so Lyra doesn't need to win this. And it was nice that she actually got the win. I think we all predicted Becky winning the first time, and Lyra won. And I don't know, that
it was
makes
me
a little happy.
You actually watched it again,
was.
and that match was a lot better than we thought it was at the first time through. So at least than I did. Okay, up next. The most not needed match ever. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Logan Paul and Mr. 17 championships that you cannot see, John Cena.
This is such a weird matchup, but I'm kind of for it in a way. I don't know. It's just chaotic enough to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cena's promo where Logan Paul's the only one who is like him, where Cody and Jay were not. They wanted to be like him. I turned off. I'm still skipping anything with Logan Paul in it when we're not required by my job to watch. I just refuse.
Steven, can we just say that Logan Paul has plateaued at best and regressed at worst?
Yeah.
I think Logan Paul had himself covered early on. These were super high scripted matches, and so he looked good because he's pretty athletic.
Set low.
Well, and that too. And we also
coming in as a YouTuber, and he was able to do this shit. And no question, he works hard, right? He
looks good.
Has a level of athleticism and ring presence that most new people don't have, right? Look at Dominic Mysterio's learning curve versus Logan Paul's, and it's night and day.
Mm-hmm.
But Logan Paul's WrestleMania match was not a good match. It wasn't.
No. This match is hard too because I could see it going both ways. I'll pick first. I'm gonna say, man, I don't. This is actually really tough. I gut feeling Cody Rhodes and Jay with Logan getting pinned probably by Cody. But Logan gets Logan's about to pin Jay when Cody saves him, so it sets kind of if you. Those two matches up because Cody's back in the picture with John. John doesn't get pinned, but he does lose. and Logan has a realistic shot at Jay because he, almost beat him. I'm gonna go with that. I could also totally see a world in which Cena and Paul win. I just really am not looking forward to this match at all.
I've got Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes winning. Yeah, you're 100% right, Steven. Logan Paul's here to take the pin. And this match is going to set up at least one SummerSlam match, which will be Cody Rhodes, John Cena. And in my opinion, the end of the heel run, which is earlier than I would have done it. Or would have thought.
But I think the heel run has kind of not been going.
It's not landing.
It's not. So I think we need to I think John Cena needs to save face.
I think if Cena was a better wrestler right now, it would work better.
Yeah.
So that's part of the problem.
For sure.
Or if he had any experience cutting heel promos, which he doesn't, so everyone is exactly the same.
Yeah. It's tough.
So, but I
think it also would help if, The Rock didn't.
The Rock should have never been involved.
And then
should have never been involved. Cena could have done all this without The Rock ever being there. Ever.
Agreed.
Or Travis Scott, for Christ's sake.
And I think the Cena heel turn. No. I actually think it was wise to happen when it did. I know it makes story sense maybe to do it at Mania and because he had the heelish kind of win against Punk at Elimination.
You needed the
turn
build
in the middle of the match, but I think for the building part, it makes sense. But I do think it could be ended. Cody redeeming him. It'd be really, really funny if somehow Cena teamed up with CM Punk to help Punk win the title, the big one at some point.
That would be crazy.
See what, Hayden, and before you go, Hayden, I had this vision in my head of, Money in the Bank 2011 was CM Punk's contract running out at midnight that night, which it really was, by the way.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
And they were negotiating an extension with him into the show.
Yeah.
Which he signed, but they didn't know it at the time, right? And storyline wise, they were telling the story of he is going to leave with the title if he wins. And the only person who can stop that from happening is John Cena. And it was in Punk's hometown of Chicago. So it was a super slanted crowd. It's a freaking awesome atmosphere and a great match. Those two bring out the best in each other very much. But
yeah, for sure.
What I was thinking was because Punk won and he walked out, he went off into the Chicago night, jumped in a car with the title, and was gone for 2 whole weeks. So it was great. But John Cena's presumed final match is going to be on Monday Night Raw in Boston in December.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you have flipped the script? Cena, the champion, the last chance to stop him is CM Punk in Cena's hometown, and just completely flip it on its head. The greatest moment they had with each other.
That would be sick. That would be good. You're selling me.
And they're not going to do it because they're going to give that moment to Cody Rhodes. And fine, but I just think there's a lot there to play off of storyline wise in December, which is a shitty storytelling month for WWE.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead. What do you got for this match? Our tag team.
Oh, it's Cody, right? It's Cody and Jay. I think this is a way to give Cody Rhodes a win in this feud with Cena without the belt changing hands, right? Because as you always remind me, Tyler, with Buffalo and Kansas City, it's not really a rivalry if one side never wins.
Right.
So you gotta.
As a Minnesota sports fan, I know this. Trust me.
Right. So you gotta have Cody get a win, and this is the place to do it. Get a huge crowd pop without a belt changing hands. I think it's smart. I think it makes sense, and I think they're gonna put on a much better match than they did at WrestleMania, which is crazy.
Side question, but I want to get a live reaction here that's unrelated to wrestling. Does Philly kicking the crap out of Kansas City hurt worse than that you guys have lost 7 years in a row to them?
No, I mean, I like that. I like that Philly did that for us. I felt like it was, and at the same time, I wouldn't have wanted the Bills to be in that Super Bowl because we would have gotten shut out even harder than the Kansas City did by the Eagles. So,
all right, fair enough.
If we're gonna make it to the Super Bowl after 30 fucking years, I don't want it to be a resounding loss.
And then you lose on a tush push. Oh my God, that would be like...
That would be the most Buffalo thing.
It would.
It would.
Hey,
Okay.
you should become a Sabres fan so you can just really just collect the failure of the city.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Breathe it in.
I've got the Buffalo Nightmare Cody Rhodes on right now, so I'm repping.
There you go. All right, women's Money in the Bank. We know all the participants at this point. So we've got Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez. And I'm so sorry. Is it Julia here?
I think it's Julia.
Okay. Naomi and Stephanie Vaquer.
Can I just say real quick, looking at this card, like, it is so funny, Rhea Ripley's influence, because 4 of these women are just goth.
Yeah.
4 of these women are goth, and one of them is Rhea Ripley, and 2 of them entered into NXT after Rhea Ripley.
Yeah,
took over the world.
I'm going to say these words for the first time ever, I think. If Rhea Ripley wins this match, I'm going to be really annoyed.
I will be too. I think that would be the dumbest decision. I'm tired of her. She needs to not be in. I'm tired of her being in the title picture all the time. I want her separate from it for a little while.
Also, like, does she need a briefcase to get a title match? She just walks in and is like, I want a shot at the belt, and I get it.
Steals the contract and signs her name. Yeah, I think this one you got to put over some new talent, right?
Yep.
I think
okay, not new talent, but new to the main event picture is where I'm going.
Okay, because I think this match is either Stephanie Vaquer's or Raquel Rodriguez's. And I'm leaning towards Stephanie Vaquer, even though I think Raquel would make a lot of sense because she's kind of like building this thing with Judgment Day where like Dom kind of has the eyes for her. And like they might be like a dirty Dom leaving Liv.
Wait, Raquel isn't in this, is she?
You said her name.
Roxanne Perez.
That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
You're all good. I figured that's what you meant. I just wanted to save you from the comment section.
Yes, Roxanne Perez. Thank you. That's my bad.
But Dom has had eyes for Roxanne Perez. So yeah. What if Dom comes out and like helps her and just pisses Liv off? I mean, this is just Dom.
Interferes.
This is Dom love triangle season.
It really is, dude.
Like, we're heading into SummerSlam. This is when it happens, right? So, what if he just turns on his love interest every SummerSlam?
I'm gonna say,
do you think we get like a Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez match at SummerSlam?
Never know. I think it's
the same shit happens.
I have
time to just blow up Judgment Day. So. Go ahead, Steven.
They're already getting rid of people.
Well, so yeah. Hey, you have Stephanie Vaquer winning?
I would have thought so, but now I kind of talked myself into Roxanne, so I'm going to go with Roxanne.
My thoughts with Stephanie is she just came up, like literally just came up.
It's early.
It would be interesting. It's not to say it wouldn't happen. I mean, I feel like Rhea got the title very, very quickly after coming up, but Bianca had to go through some work. I mean, but this was Vince's. Well, both of them were
run, I think.
Well, she had the big Royal Rumble moment. Then she was back down in NXT. That had the next good moment, and then kind of, I don't remember if it was that Mania or the one after. That's my only thing with her. Roxanne Perez has a lot of runway for her just as a wrestler. I mean,
she's young, right?
Yeah, she's 23, so that's like she could be doing this for a while.
Keep her around for 20 fucking years.
She's not the same age Rhea Ripley was when she came up.
Who's your pick?
My pick is Naomi.
Interesting.
Okay. Caution tape Naomi.
I would love that.
I think it's her. I think it makes sense. I think it's the only way you can take her character and like really propel it forward at this point. Bianca's out with an injury. So you just keep like recycling this bit where Naomi's in the ring and then what's her face comes
I was
out.
gonna ask, are you gonna like is Jade Cargill gonna come?
Yeah, she's
Actually,
gonna
I
try
was going to
something.
say Jade Cargill is going to cost her the match.
I think Naomi gets it done though, and it would be really interesting to have like this be the moment that Bianca kind of returns if she's okay enough,
Right.
and does that little bit of a heel turn, right? But I think for Naomi, like my opinion, Money in the Bank is 100 times better on a heel than it is on a face. And
Agreed.
it needs to be on at least one heel out of the 2 matches coming out.
Well, I
and
feel
this
like
time I
most
think
of
it's going to
these-
be Naomi.
Well, Stephanie Vacquier is, I guess, kind of a face. I feel like she could easily be a heel, but right now she's a face. Rhea is in, I don't know what to call her.
Rhea's Stone Cold territory. She's like, or Undertaker.
Naomi, Roxanne, though, and I think Julia are all heels.
Mm-hmm. But Naomi's
Julia's the one I know the least about because again, like weekly television is just not interested in me at all.
Alexa Bliss, we've seen this story. I don't
actually. So my pick. Oh, go ahead, Tyler.
I think we need to have her invest in Wyatt Six right now to really grow that group and give it a more credibility than just being the weird act at the end of SmackDown every once in a while. That's all it is.
Yeah,
and then
it's unfortunate, but it's true.
Yeah. I don't know, but Steven, you're going to argue for her, so go for it. Because I don't hate it.
Yeah, I'm going with Alexa for the same reason as with the Wyatt Six, and now they have the briefcase too, so they could really like run into that just spooky, evil craziness with the briefcase could be interesting. But if you're gonna have her separate, or like if you don't want to attach the briefcase to them, then my backup pick, I hope it's Naomi. Most interested out of it, out of all 3. Or all 3, all of the other ones.
All the other ones.
I just Rhea would be the worst.
I think
she'd be the one I'd be actively mad about.
I really think here there's only 3 that have a legitimate chance to win. That you could argue to me, and I would be like, okay, I can see that. And that's Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, and Naomi. I take Rhea Ripley out because, my God, she doesn't need it.
No.
Should
be boring with it too.
So it's really Alexa Bliss and Naomi, and the one who needs it so much more right now is Naomi.
Yeah.
So I think it's time. All right, the men's one. Hayden, give us a live. We are recording this on Monday, by the way, so Raw's happening. The main event is happening right now.
Oh shit!
Actually, I don't know. No, it's probably not. It's probably not yet. So, do we have an updated?
Checking the WWE Twitter right now.
Is Charles Montgomery Punk in the match yet, or is it someone else?
The match is actively happening. No, it's not. Sorry, the match before this is happening.
Okay.
But Punk is showing up. Most recent thing I see is Punk showing up against Rollins to kind of put more fuel on the fire on that.
Yep.
So I think at this point, like, you know, and if we're wrong about this, we'll laugh our asses off. But there's 2 reasons I think this is a surefire deal. Punk's the 6th man, right? One, just Rollins is also in the match. Would be a great place for them to, even if neither of them wins it, for them to get in some really good dirty shots at each other and shit like that. Great time, right? I also think it's funny that they're putting Punk up against like AJ Styles and El Grande Americano for his match, right? For the qualifying match, which to me, I feel like El Grande Americano is kind of like the opposite of what Punk stands for. And so I feel like Punk giving El Grande Americano a pin would be a really satisfying moment and would hopefully show TKO, like would be TKO kind of trying to reach an olive branch out to us to be like, you know, we're gonna chill out, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do it because I think I don't know. I think they don't care. I think they're like
no. I think we'll go with a working assumption that it's CM Punk here in this match, which is like, it's a choice. Like, it scares me watching him. Anything that involves ladders or tables or anything that could be injury bringing.
And
okay.
it also like bothers me just real quick because I feel like at this point, like Punk is losing so many matches, like they're booking him like a fucking jobber, dude. It's
he's gonna be
really
in a
tough.
title feud soon.
He's got to be.
Yeah. The thing is, he's losing a lot, but he's not looking weak in any of it.
He's not,
So,
and he's getting fucked over by like
yeah.
interference and stuff like that usually.
So our field should be, assuming CM Punk wins, Punk, LA Knight, Andrade, Penta, Solo Sikoa, and Seth Rollins. I love this group.
I do too.
I think this is going to be so much fun. What's that?
I think the
Steven
match
not
will
love
make it.
Steven.
Actually, I love the winning from 4 out of the 6. But I do think this match will be good. And my favorite part is Logan Paul's not in it, so no briefcase for him.
That's
Unless
true.
they pull a Bork Laser Royal Rumble 20, whatever it was.
Well, no, they did it with remember they did it in Money in the Bank with what's his name? A-Town Down.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Because he was like
Oh,
the
it was the
surprise
seventh
7th person. Yep.
Austin Theory.
So yeah, it won't happen with Logan Paul. I love that names like Andrade and Penta are in this
I do
because
too.
they're going to do some crazy shit.
They are.
And it's going to be so much fun.
They're flying, man. They're getting vertical.
And the fun in these matches, this is my favorite pay-per-view of the year most of the time, when the fun in these matches isn't the conclusion of it, it's the journey. It's the classic tailing. It's not the destination, it's the journey. But it really is here. Like the matches are just chaotic and fun and insanity and craziness, and that's why I worry about people getting hurt, like Punk. I'm gonna we're gonna do that thing, Steve, where we're like, we're like, oh my god,
right,
don't
we're gonna
get
win.
hurt. Be careful.
That would be my old man.
Yeah. All right, Steven. On that note, you first.
Man. All right. I'll tell you who I don't want to win. I don't want LA Knight or Penta anywhere close to the briefcase. Mostly because they're faces and it's just boring.
Yeah.
Andrade to some extent too. Though I like Andrade as a wrestler. I actually kind of want Solo to win this.
I do too.
I love Solo Sikoa. Now, like maybe wrestling wise, he's definitely got passed by Fatu, but I actually think Solo on like as a character is more entertaining, and he to me is carrying their little like mini feud thing out of what I've watched. Like I've enjoyed Solo's acting a little bit more.
That would, by the way, give their little mini feud within the group like more equal playing ground, right? Like
and I think I feel like my pick is Rollins. But I really think Rollins is like Rhea here, in which he doesn't need it at all. Because
he should be able to bulldoze to any title he wants.
Yeah, to me, Rollins is like the number 2 guy in the company after Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the Reign of Terror.
And I would rather, and I don't count Cena because Cena's his own special thing. And Cena and Roman are in those like tiers for different reasons. But like Rollins to me is the face of like WWE. Even if Cody's the face. Like
Cody's the face of wrestling.
Yeah, but Seth is the guy. So he just really doesn't need the briefcase. Whereas I think Solo having it would be so interesting. Sure. And you don't need him to cash in anytime soon because you have good title matches in the near future without the briefcase in the men's division. I would hate for this to end up with Solo cashing in on Fatu. But I do like
the
dynamic
because that's kind of what I want.
I know, use it on the big belt. I use it against.
You got to go for the big belt. I hate when they go for.
They did it to Theory just because Theory is a little like they wanted it off of him.
That was to embarrass Vince.
And so my pick is I'm gonna pick Solo, but I'm not. There would be zero shock if Seth wins. I just don't think he needs it.
Okay, Hayden, what do you got?
It's tough. This is honestly the hardest one for me to call. Steven, I like what you're saying. I like Solo and I want that, but I honestly like my gut is leading me towards Penta. And
What makes you say that? Like, what makes you say now's the time? How old?
I mean, you say what makes you say now's the time, but I mean, I think like he's been really crushing it all year. You know what I mean? And he's so over that I think like
he is 40. It's yeah.
So now who's age shading?
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, I mean, there is a window for main eventing, right? Like, there just is.
Yeah, and you can't really main event after what 45.
You can, but you're more injury prone. Like Punk is a main eventer, but
yeah,
he is
exception, not the rule, though, right?
He has shown a tendency to be very, very injury prone, especially when he does like lariats in AEW.
Right,
those don't go well. But yeah, I mean, okay. So you got Penta. I like it.
Where you at, Tyler?
Let me talk to you.
All right.
Interesting.
It's now or never.
I think it's never. I think LA Knight's ceiling is... Well, I said that about Jay, and Jay won a championship.
It's now or never, and here's the thing, Steven, and that's partly why.
I don't think LA Knight's a main eventer, dude.
No. We said the same thing about Jey Uso. And it was the fan engagement
42.
that drove him to that level. And LA Knight, it's still, every time he comes out, the whole crowd is LA Knight, yeah. He
but I
still has the crowd eating out of his hand.
Yeah, but I think in-person crowd reaction is maybe different than general sentiment, right? Like I feel like Jey Uso is moving merch like fucking crazy.
That's what matters, is who is the best merch sellers in WWE.
And I don't think LA Knight is selling merch.
So let's go.
Well, let's take a look.
Steven's checking the charts.
LA Knight was one of the top guys for merch. Cody and Roman, obviously, but Punk, Uso, Knight, Orton, Priest, and Cena were the others. And so...
Okay.
I think it's time. I don't love it. Personally, as a fan, he's not my favorite guy.
Right.
I like him on mic better than I like him in the ring.
But I think he's a really compelling, like, person to kind of taunt Cena for a minute.
Oh, stop the clock, Tyler.
What?
In looking, there is a John Cena Farewell Tour 2025 Money in the Bank Los Angeles Spinner Championship replica title belt that you need to get.
Do I, though?
For the low price,
spinner, dude.
Of $600.
$600. Yeah.
Oh,
classic.
No.
Classic. That's a fucking PS5.
That's a freaking mouthful is what that was.
That's a month of rent in Buffalo.
All right, sorry. I just saw that and I wanted to share with our friends at home, Tyler and Tyler.
I want Cena to have both titles before I'll buy that thing. Like, it's...
you heard it here first. Tyler wants Cena to beat Jey Uso for the belt, be the double champion.
I do not want that. I'm just saying, like, I will want that before I want that belt. Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's LA Knight. I really feel like you're gonna get some really good spots out of Andrade and Penta. Solo is going to have some really good moments here. And I do think Solo is the kind of the wild card here. I don't like Punk or Rollins to win this match.
Fair.
I think they're going to basically eliminate each other. I think they're going to do what Drew and Punk, right, did?
Yeah. No, Drew won it 2 years
No,
ago.
Which one was the one where they like fought into the crowd and like disappeared? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do, but I do not remember when.
Was that like Backlash, I want to say. It was whatever. It was dumb.
Do you think we get an LA Knight heel turn with the briefcase?
If he gets it, yeah.
Maybe. I mean, if he cashes in on Cody, you almost have to.
You do have to, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I just feel like... But remember, the draft is right around the corner. LA Knight can get taken to Raw. And... we can have, a different champion there. Cause I don't think Jey Uso's holding that belt very long.
That's true.
Cause I remember Jey Uso has the match against Gunther on Monday, which I think is going to be a vehicle to start the Goldschlager retirement program, by the way.
Right.
That match is going to be interference and whatnot. But whenever you promote a match weeks and weeks in advance, it's because something is going to happen there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I would put my money on LA Knight right now. I don't love it. I'm not super confident in it, but sure, why not?
Interesting. I thought he was one of the ones I was for sure. Like I wouldn't hate him. I'd like it better than Penta. Sorry, Hayden. I do like Penta as a wrestler, but I don't know him having the briefcases and.
I love Penta as a wrestler. I think Penta needs to hold a mid-card belt first.
Yeah.
I think next year might be a good year for Penta to maybe get Money in the Bank. And I'm not sold that Penta needs Money in the Bank, by the way.
Right. No, I don't think he does either.
Yeah. I think some of the smarter Money in the Bank winners in recent years were like Damian Priest. He benefited a ton.
Yes. Senior Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And had it for a while too, almost a year, which was good because it, no, that was,
And that's what I like. I think LA Knight has hit his ceiling, and let's see if we can push him higher with that prop. So let's try it. Okay.
There's no honorable cash-ins.
Can I ask for one more thing from WWE before we go?
Sure.
Other than stop it with the fucking ad nonsense. It's we're getting way too many run-ins and interference now.
Yeah.
In matches.
Yeah.
And like weekly TV I can sort of deal, but on PLEs, like come on. And I know it's not a pay-per-view anymore. So it's, I feel like there's not as much of a
bar's not as high, right?
Well, I feel like they don't feel as much of a responsibility to deliver a result.
Yeah.
As they did when people were spending $50, $60, $70. But look, Steven, to your point at the very, very beginning of this video, I'm going to check out AEW this week for the first time in 3 years.
Damn.
And it's not because AEW is doing anything super spectacularly different. It's because WWE is.
Yep.
And we're pushing to the point where I'm getting a little bit turned off by the corporate nature of an entertainment brand. You want me to be a fan of you. I don't give two shits about what your second quarter bottom line is.
No. I care about the product, right?
I care about the product on the TV screen. That's it. And R-Truth made that product better. And good storytelling makes that product better. Ads do not. Charging out the ass to price fans out of events doesn't.
I mean, we saw with WrestleMania, it made the product worse. Right?
Yeah.
The atmosphere was just not what it needed to be.
At least how it came across on TV.
But don't worry, they're gonna do it next year.
There again, and then again, and probably again after. So
and then we'll get Super WrestleMania in Riyadh. So we'll get 2 Manias a year.
Can't wait.
Fuck me, dude.
I know. Anyway,
crazy.
Join us on Saturday now that we've really pumped it up. Join us on Saturday for a live watch along of Money in the Bank. And if you're a video game fan, we are going to have a live co-stream of the Summer Game Fest opening show on Friday afternoon. And then on Sunday, we will have the Xbox Showcase co-stream as well, which has both the Xbox Showcase and the Outer Worlds 2 deep dive afterwards. So join us for all of that. Remember to subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff, and comment. That helps us a lot. Nice comments, please. We appreciate those. Thanks, everybody. Let us know who you think's gonna win, and enjoy Money in the Bank. We'll talk to you later.
Woo! Take care, y'all. Bye.